Welcome back to Carve Out 5, the show where you carve out 5 minutes of your day and I try to distract you from the horror that is 2025.
Dawn of the golden age.
Today's guest is maybe the most talented person I've ever met. We went to college together and she has been crushing it ever since. But before I bring her out, let's roll today's moment of joy. Today's guest has performed all over the country at Joe's Pub, The Beacon, Paper Mill Playhouse, Two River Theater, Oregon Shakes, Madison Square Garden. Honestly, name a theater, she's played it. She made her Broadway debut in Mr. Saturday Night, and she is a fierce advocate for equity, justice, and liberated joy. Please welcome Tatiana Wechsler. Get over here. Oh my God, they're yelling. Look at this. Stop. You've been performing basically your whole life. And how did you get into theater and the arts in the first place?
I don't know the exact start, but I just don't know life without it. I started doing like community theater and then also like professional theater as a kid. And I just loved it. I just knew there was kind of no question.
So Tats, you were the first woman to play Curly in a professional production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma.
It was amazing. In a production at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. The production was like the brainchild of our director, Bill Rausch, who was also the artistic director. He always envisioned a version of Oklahoma that was more inclusive and specifically featured queer characters. In our production, Curly and Lori were women, Will and Ado Andy were men, and then there were
Ado
some
Andy.
like... Yes, Ado Andy.
Fun.
It became a sort of utopian vision of society, and that was really really beautiful for everyone involved, on stage, off stage.
You did that in
It was 2018.
2018? It just feels like the time is now for radical art and making things that embrace joy. Creating a utopian view of the world is actually beneficial, because then slowly the world starts to become more like that.
Totally.
You know? What is the song that you go to find joy?
That is a great question. It changes a lot. I loved 60s music. I had a very particular Beatles phase that included some like drag performance.
Yes.
Stuff like Motown or like Stevie Wonder, anything like that. I will hear a second of it and I'm just like, my heart is full instantly.
Ooh, baby,
I think for me, Pink Pony Club. Like almost makes me cry every time.
Yes.
It's just like similar maybe to
Yes.
what you were talking about with the utopian version of the world of Oklahoma. I feel like that song is pointing to, or I don't know, like speaking to a more utopian version of just like the queer community.
Yeah.
And what the world could be like.
And there's something about a great song like that that works on many levels of like, I'm gonna get up and dance.
Right.
But also, why am I crying? I feel like some of my favorite songs that do spark joy are also like my sad seal delivered.
Exactly. Pineapple on pizza. Really?
Love it. I love it.
Really?
I love fruit and savory. I love it.
It's not for me.
And I respect that.
Thank you.
But also can't empathize.
You can't empathize. The tomato sauce with the pineapples, that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You know, tomatoes are fruit.
You heard it here first, folks. Tomatoes are a fruit. And it's a fruit salad, okay? I need to rethink my pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
It's a fruit salad with some bread and some cheese.
And doesn't that sound great?
Yes!
Yes!
It does. Dessert before dinner.
Okay. Here's my justification.
Uh-huh.
I have this weird thing where, well, what it would actually probably be is dessert, dinner, because I can't end my night on sweet normally. I need like one chip. or like one piece of something savory to
Really?
like close my mouth for the evening.
To close
I like,
for business.
for some reason, I don't like to end on just sweet.
French fries with mayonnaise. Yeah.
It's a light one. I prefer mayo mixed with something else. I like mayo, like a little, mayo's in there, more than like mayo's the star.
That's fair. That's fair. Mayo has to be the supporting character.
Absolutely.
You're going to watch the TV show that features Mayo.
Yes.
But if Mayo has a spin-off,
Above the
Agatha
title.
All Along, Mayo All Along,
No.
I'm not watching. What are you doing to carve out joy in your life these days?
Something I'm really, really learning is allowing myself to feel joy. Sometimes when I'm not in a joyful place, it's so much easier and comfortable to be like, I'm gonna wallow in my sadness and like I just want to be alone, or being like forcing myself to snap out of it.
Snap out of it!
It's like a good workout where it's like getting there is the hardest part. Once you do it, you'll feel better. I've never regretted it, and it's like I've never regretted choosing joy. It's just getting to that choice can be hard. Yeah.
Put that on a tote bag.
I love tote bags. Those bring me joy.
I love tote bags.
I found
too.
a tote bag in storage that has a zipper.
A zipper tote?
Yeah, it's a zipper tote. Love it.
Where did you get this tote? Well, that is our show. Thank you so much for watching. Bring out the dancing banana!